Hello, my name is Zach. I'm one of the co-founders of TV App Builder, and I'd like to thank you for trusting us to build out your Fire TV and Roku TV channel. You're probably wondering, I've taken the leap of faith. I've decided to trust these guys. What's next? Where do I start? It's a great question. This video is going to cover number one, adding content to your channel, and number two, viewing your first preview of our Preview TV app, which will represent what your Roku and Fire TV channel will look like live time. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you're going to want to do is add content. Now, we've configured this left navigation menu over here as kind of a step one, step two, step three process to getting published on the Roku and Fire TV app stores. So number one is content preparation. Number two is configuring your channel, the things that you'd like to customize about the channel to make it uniquely yours. And number three, publish preparation, which is going to be details about how we're going to publish your app, like your app name, your app description, some keywords. Now, this looks intimidating, but I promise it's very easy. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, there are two places that you can add content within the dashboard. Number one is going to be the bulk uploader, which is right here. And then number two is in the content section. Now, if you're just getting started, I recommend using the bulk upload feature, which is exactly where we're going to start in this video. The reason we're going to start in bulk upload is because you probably have a lot of content to populate your channel to get started with. Now let's go ahead and drag and drop the files that we want in our bulk uploader. So let's select these right here. I'm just going to drag and drop, make sure it's here in this blue box right here, and the videos are going to start uploading. Now, it's really important when you're on this page as you're uploading videos that you do not close out of this tab. If you try, you'll get a warning. Make sure you hit cancel. We need to wait until all of the videos are done uploading and successfully processing. Now, it will upload in batches of 3. So you can add, let's say, 500 videos if you want. They'll show up here in a list. It'll process in batches of 3. When it finishes one of the 3, it'll move on to the next and go down the list. Now, once they're uploaded, you'll see that they'll say processing video. This can take some time depending on how large your video is. If it's 4 gigs, 5 gigs, 10 gigs, whatever, it's going to take some time to upload. It's also going to take some time to process. The bigger the file, the more time it's going to take to process, which is why it's important just to grab everything that you have, upload it all here, set it out, keep the window open, and just wait for it to finish. Once it's done, you can come back and you can resume. You'll see processing video. If your video has audio, it's also going to transcribe the audio for you to make adding titles and descriptions easier. And then eventually, when it's all said and done, it will complete, as you can see right here, and we'll be ready to go ahead and start building out our channel. So you'll notice once these videos are uploaded, there's an assets tab over here. This is going to be all the videos, audio, graphics, anything that you've uploaded anywhere in the channel. It's all going to live right here. So think of it like a bucket of all of the content that you have involved with your channel. Okay, that's all this is. It also lets you review your content. So if you want to see what it is that you uploaded, you can come here, play this video, for example. If there's a transcription involved, it'll also show up here. This is also where you can get rid of assets that you no longer need. So once you have at least one video or audio, you are then ready to begin constructing your TV channel. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to categories. There's really two places that are the core of creating your channel. It's categories and content. Think of categories like a row that's going to show up on the TV app. Let's go ahead and add our first category. In this case, let's just call it nature, because we uploaded a bunch of nature videos. Okay, it can be anything you want. Over here, you can view this in thumbnail or you can view it in list view, whichever you prefer. You can add as many categories as you'd like. Now, what happens if we come here to Preview TV app? It's going to say, great, you've added a category. Now we have to add at least one piece of content. So that's where we're going to go next. We're going to go to content. Okay, so content, we have several pieces here. You can add a video, audio, video series, audio series, video live feed, and audio live feed. Now, since this is a getting started video, we're going to go ahead and select video. This is the easiest. We'll enter a title. Let's just say Nature Video 1. Now we want the status to be published. We do not want it to be draft unless we're working on it. We're going to come back to it later. If this is not set to published, it will not show up on the Roku. This gives you the ability to add stuff ahead of time without it actually showing up on the channel if you'd like. And then the publish date right here is when it actually becomes live. So I could actually publish something and it may not show up on the Roku unless I have a time that is less than or equal to today, which is really important. So you can see it's auto-filling my publish date, so we're good to go there. We're just going to call this test. Okay, and now for media file, this is, by the way, the second place that you can upload content, but we've already uploaded it. So we're going to go to import from assets. Now let's go ahead and select this video. It can be whichever video you want to show up. Okay, now it's going to ask you, once you've selected the asset directly from your assets folder, it's going to ask you, do you want a thumbnail? The thumbnail is just a picture that's generated directly from the video itself. You can actually customize your graphic if you'd like. Just uncheck this, and then we're going to use generate with AI. And then we can say something like desert caves. You know, whatever represents your video. So you type that in and it's going to generate a very beautiful graphic for you here in a minute. If you don't like it, you can hit regenerate. But I tend to like this one really good, so I'm going to go ahead and use this image. And then I'm also going to use this for my video poster. So you can see I just went to import from assets. Remember, the assets holds anything that we've created or added. And so since I used AI to create this image right here, it's now automatically in my assets. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. And the last step, this one is something that a lot have forgotten to do. Right here under categories, it shows your categories that you've added, which in our case, we've added one category, nature. I have to select the categories that I want my videos to show up in. So I've now selected nature. If you want to publish to YouTube and you've added your YouTube account, you can also simultaneously publish this video out to your YouTube account. Since I haven't added my YouTube account, I'm just going to say no, don't publish, and now we're going to save. So now I can see the one video I've added. Just like content, we can put this in list view or we can keep it in thumbnail view. I'm going to come down here to preview my TV app. Right here, we're going to power it on. And there we go. There is the start of our Roku channel. We have our very first video added. We've got our title. We've got our subtitle right here. And now we're set to continue adding more content. So let's walk through it again really quick one more time. Let's take a look at our assets. Let's see what we want to add. Why don't we go ahead and add this ocean picture? Why don't we go ahead and add this ocean video? So we're going to go down to content. We're going to go to add content again. Select a video. We'll call it ocean. Remember to set the status to published. Description. And by the way, longer descriptions tend to look better on the Roku TV. So I would recommend at least 2 to 3 sentences. We'll import from assets. And I kind of like the way this thumbnail looks, so I'm going to keep it. We're going to select categories. No, don't publish. And save. So now we can come back down to our TV app right here. Power on. And there it is. And you can use the remote over here on the right side to navigate through your content and see what it would actually look like. So I'm going to hit OK right here. This is just like using the real Roku. I'm going to click play. And there's our video playing. Go ahead and hit back. Now what we're going to do, just so you can understand one last detail about the categories, is we're going to add one more category. And we'll just call this Nature 2. It can be whatever, obviously, it is that you want. And we're going to go ahead and add another piece of content. And let's see what we want to import. Let's do the snow. So I'm going to import the snow. We'll call this snow. Make sure the status is published. Oops. Snowy day. And we'll select Nature 2. And we will not publish, and we'll hit save. Okay, let's look at our preview one more time. Power on. So here's category 1, here's category 2, and as you can see, I can now scroll up and down between my different categories. So this is definitely what you need to know to get started. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, support@tvappbuilder.com. We try our absolute best to get back with everybody within 24 hours. Hope this was helpful. The next video, we are going to go over video episodes, video series, audio series, all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching.